Hi guys, today we are going to make a new number block out of wooden blocks, and it's going to be number 40, which is one of the big ones here. And this episode should be premiering pretty soon, and you can see it's 4 rows of 10. So we're going to do this with these wooden blocks here, which are slightly larger than the ones we previously used. These are 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters. So I'm going to get 40 of these. I'm going to line them up as neatly as I can and glue them together with this wood glue. And the one that I usually use is this Gorilla wood glue, which is quite strong, but it's quite messy as well. So let's do that first. And after we've glued them together, we're going to leave them to dry overnight so they're ready to paint. So now I'm going to mix up some paint for number 40, which is this kind of bright medium tone green. I've just got a plastic tub here. I'm going to try and match the colour. So I'm mixing this up in a pot so that I've got enough of the paint to use, so I don't have to mix up every time between layers. So I'm just going to try this green, which is called leaf green. And a bit of yellow, I think. Okay. And a bit of white. This is acrylic paint. So now I've got my number block 40, and this has had 2 coats of paint, so it's nice and dry. There's some marks here, so I'm just going to go over those at the end to make them look neater. And now I'm going to do the in-between lines. So I'm going to use this shade of bright yellowy green, and then I'm going to add a bit of dark green to it to get the right tone. So I'm just going to mix it up here. So that's too light, but it is quite a nice bright colour. So I'm going to get a darker green to mix into that. See what that looks like. So the first thing I'm going to do is paint around the edges. The shade's about right. It looks about right. The thing about this paint is it does dry a little bit darker. So I think we might be okay. What do you think? Might make it a little bit darker actually. I'm going to add a little bit more of this darker green in. So there's more of a contrast. Okay, that's better. And I'm going to paint it around the edges first. Then next up I'm going to get my tiny little brush and I'm going to use the same colour and just go through past the edges. And now I'm going to use that same shade of green and go across all the lines. And I'm using that really fine tip paintbrush to do this. Now if you wanted to, you could also use a marker to do this bit, like such as a Posca pen or a Sharpie pen. Across and around the edges because the colour goes slightly over the edges. And I'm just topping up some of the mistakes that I made earlier with the green that I used previously. And then next up I have drawn the face of number 40 and I'm colouring it in with some felt tip pens. Using the dark green for the eyes and the mouth. So the paper I used here wasn't very good, it was quite thin, which is why it got bobbly quite easily, but I would definitely use thicker paper or just white card next time. And then I'm doing the eyebrows, which is like a checkerboard, dark and light green. And here is some of that card, and I'm going to stick what I just drew onto the card and then cut them out. And sticking it onto the card with some Pritt stick or just a glue stick just means that it's a little bit firmer and more secure. And I'm just cutting out the features here with some scissors. And then I put some of the wood glue onto the back of the face pieces and I'm sticking them straight on. You could always use regular super glue to do this bit, or you could use something like hot glue. And I'm just matching this up to the picture of number 40 that we saw earlier so that the facial features are in the right places. And then I'm placing the mouth and then finally the cute eyebrows. And then that's it, there's our finished number 40. And there's just some bits there we need to touch up, but overall I think number 40 is pretty cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video and we'll see you again next time. Goodbye!